Welcome FPL fans, Blank Game Week 26 is here, and let's take a look at how my team might line up ahead of that Saturday deadline. Just a quick thing before we get stuck into the defence and the goalkeeper. My TikTok account got suspended and I've started a brand new account. Thousands of views, thousands of likes, it's completely gone, but I want to build up an active community back up on TikTok, so I'm going to drop it down in the description below, just a TikTok link. If you want to go check that out, I post a lot of short form FPL content and football content on that page, so if you want to go check that out, it's just in the description below. And of course, starting with the goalkeeper and defence, Areola in the net with a home fixture against Brentford. Hopefully West Ham can perform a little bit better defensively and possibly earn a clean sheet, but at least Areola is getting quite a lot of save points at the moment, so at least there's a positive there. But yeah, Dubravka with the Arsenal away fixture isn't attractive whatsoever to put in my team, so he of course is going to stay on the bench, especially with how Newcastle have been defending at the moment, and of course how Arsenal, and more importantly, have been attacking at the moment. It's definitely not going to start for me, so Areola gets the goalkeeper spot. Estepinian, Gabriel and Alex Moreno. Now, Alex Moreno and Estepinian, I would really like to get rid of them because of the rotation risk around them. Of course, Alex Moreno did start in his last game. I thought Luca Digne would, but he didn't. Possibly I can survive another week with Alex Moreno and get at least 60 minutes out of him. Whereas Estepinian, coming off the bench for the last few minutes, it's not sustainable to own him. You're going to get 1 pointers, 0 pointers, because he is partial to a yellow card as well. But overall, I think those two players I'm a bit worried about owning, especially Estepinian. I mentioned on Twitter that I'm absolutely sick of owning him. I was really excited to bring him in, but he just hasn't had the games, hasn't had the minutes. So yeah, it's a bit of a disappointing own, but possibly I'm going to have to just stick with them this week because we've got 2 free transfers. We've got 2, well, I say we've got 2 blankers in the squad. We've actually got 5 blank in the squad. So we've got to cover the bases somehow. And hopefully we can do that with our free transfers. I don't want to take hits. I really don't, because I don't think it's necessary with how my squad's looking. But if I hold Estepinian, am I going to get more than 1 point from him? I'm not too sure. So he's probably on the hit list if I do take a hit. And just to mention someone I do like the look of bringing in is Diego Dallo. Playing for Man United, obviously they had a tough start of the season, Man United, but they're really coming to form now. I think they're unbeaten in maybe six games now, I think. Absolutely fantastic. They look like they're coming together as a side a lot more now. So, yeah, possibly a target to get in is Diego Dallo. If needed, I could get rid of Colwill on the bench. Of course, he has no fixture this week. The fixtures he's got coming up aren't great. So, yeah, he could be removed, and I could get Diego Dallo that way. And it just saves me, having a blank starting in my 11. But other than that, really happy with the defence in terms of Gabriel. Gabriel, probably one of the best defenders to own in FPL at the moment, in my opinion. Saliba, of course, is up there, but a slightly higher price point. But, yeah, I think he's probably one of the best FPL defenders you can own, Gabriel, right now. But, yeah, targets for me, Diego Dallo is really top of the list for me. Let me know what you think of that in the comments. If you've got anyone else you've got your eye on. Of course, Senesi could be up there, but, he's got Manchester City this week coming up, and then he goes into his good fixture. So possibly next week you could target someone like Senesi. But, yeah, that's how the defence is looking. To start this section of the midfielders, we've got to talk about it. Diogo Jota, what do we do with him? My answer is really simple and clear. We have to get rid of him. We transfer him out and get someone else in. The players I'm really looking at, it's kind of 3, maybe 4 players I really like the look of. But the main 3 for me, Garnacho, Pedro Neto, and of course Wan Hee-chan. All 3 of them fantastic, cheap assets in FPL. Good fixtures coming up, especially Wolves. Yeah, I'm really liking the look of those. I think it's an easy easy transfer to get those in. Financially, in terms of what money you have in FPL, obviously you're getting a cheaper player in. You could upgrade someone else in your squad to a higher value player, which could help you in the long run. But overall, those 3 players are my 3 best choices to replace Diogo Jota. Other than that though, Anthony Gordon, Arsenal away. I'm not expecting anything massive from that game, especially with how Newcastle are performing. But if anyone's going to score in that game, I feel like Gordon's going to be up there amongst some other people, but Gordon more likely than others. Foden, what a transfer he's been in for me. He's been absolutely on fire. Bournemouth away, decent fixture. Of course, Bournemouth are playing pretty good this season, but I feel as though Manchester City, if any team's going to break them down and punish them, it's going to be them. And Foden, just that creative dribbling, just honestly, he's such a fantastic player and such a great FPL asset. Just unbelievable. Saka, he is picking his form up yet again. He's absolutely on fire. These young English talents are really pulling through for me on FPL. And in real life, there's such a joy to watch. Really, no needs to get rid of Saka. There was a slight worry a few weeks ago. A small hit, a small niggle he had. But yeah, he stays. Okay fixture. Well, I say an okay fixture. Newcastle defensively have been the worst defensive team in the last few weeks, according to all of the stats. So maybe Saka gets an absolute haul out of this match and possibly could be a captaincy shout. But we will speak about that when we get onto the forwards in the next section. Starting off, of course, with the blank player of Darwin Núñez. I don't really think I need to transfer him out. I've got weak spots on my bench of Colwill. I can easily get a starting defender in that side and just downgrade Darwin Núñez to the bench and have starting 11, absolutely no problem at all. And I really want to own Darwin Núñez across the next few weeks. He's got some okay fixtures coming up, and in 31 Sheffield United, I do really like that. Maybe a wild card before that, who knows? But good fixtures coming up for him. Yeah, I don't really want to get rid of Darwin Núñez, and I don't really need to. And that's what I'm trying to say with that bit. Solanke, I knew I was going to play him in the difficult fixtures. He did well last week. Let's see him do well against Manchester City. If Bournemouth are going to get anything from that game, I think Solanke's got to be involved in some way. And yeah, Bournemouth have been playing all right. I don't really have a problem with playing Solanke. Haaland, Bournemouth away, possible captaincy shout, although Saka is looking really attractive as a captaincy shout. Newcastle just aren't a good team right now, and Arsenal are absolutely on fire. Of course, getting beat by Porto last night by that fantastic goal is a bit heartbreaking for them, but at least now they can focus a little bit more on the league and really push for that title charge. Of course, Liverpool coming back 1-0 down in last night's fixture, of course, keeps them at the very top. But yeah, 2 captaincy options, Haaland and Saka. Haaland, if I had to pick now, Haaland would get the armband. Mr. Reliable in some ways. You know he's going to do something in those games. Of course, in that game where he blanked in the first game of the double, so many big chances, all missed, and it's like, bro, what's going on? I think he had 1.71 XG in that game, and I was like, how has he not got anything from it? But at least he scored against Brentford when he played the other night. But yeah, overall with the team, I'm rather happy. Just a recap of my transfer ideas. I like Diego Dallo, and I like Wang Hee-chan, Pedro Neto, or Garnacho. So yeah, that is how the team might line up on that Saturday deadline. And that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for watching to this point now. If you could please consider dropping a like and a subscribe on the channel. Of course, it supports my channel massively, and hopefully these videos are helping you out with your FPL journeys. But that is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.